here we have another fretboard diagram video. For those of you who have been watching my videos, I have been changing the color of the backdrop, but I didn't in the last few. I think I just got lazy there, so here we go. I changed the color to some brownish type color just to give a little variety. So the subject today is the scale patterns in what's called 3-note per string scale patterns. One time I encountered a fella who was like, you're a bleeping coward, blah, 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 so-and-so, if you play your scales in position, you gotta play them 3 notes per string. In so many words, he was super passionate about this 3-note per string method of playing scales. So, for the most part, scales happen in a 3-note per string format, even when you play them in position. And what that means is, so if I'm playing a scale in position, take C, I have C, D, and actually in position, the C scale can start on the B that's lower than the root note. E, F, G. Notice we've played 3 notes per string. A, B, C. We're still at 3 notes per string. And then D, E, F, and then here we have G, A. And this is where we're not in the 3-note per string pattern, because it's easier if you just want to remain in the position to just play the B right here. And then C and D. So, I mean, we are virtually 3 notes per string right here, but if we were strictly 3 notes per string, that means we would have to play the B right here and eliminate this B, and then play the E right here. So to see what that would look like, I'll go ahead and delete this one. And so this would be what the 3-note per string pattern looks like. So what's the difference? Well, this one involves some shifting because we'd have to come out of position, or at the very least some stretching to get to these positions that are higher. Traditional scale patterns just stick to a position as much as possible, and usually that involves 3 notes per string, with the exception of, in this case, 2 notes on a string, because within the position we can grab the B right here rather than right here. But as a means of just exploring all the options that are out there, it's good to look at these 3-note per string patterns. And in some situations, they're very useful. It really depends on the user and the style and what you're doing with it. But it's good to know either way. So let's go ahead and eliminate this. And so to play in a 3-note per string situation, that means we are going to, no matter what, play 3 notes on a single string. And here we're in the key of C. So if we were to do this this pattern that we were just doing in C, we have C, D. This means that instead of coming up here to do the E, we would have to play it here, because our mission is to play 3 notes per string, no matter what. And then F would still be here, and G, and A. So now we have C, D, E, F, G, A. But now B is right here, and C, and D. So now we're moving on to the E, F, G, and now A, B, C, D, E, and F. So in a major scale form, oops, sorry about that. This is kind of a neat little pattern. Trying to get within specified screen area here for the recording. So this is a neat little pattern. When I say neat, it's because on these two strings we have the whole step, and then the half step, whole step, and then the whole step, half step. So it's kind of easy to remember, and we see here that we have everything on this fret and everything on this fret. So if we were to start from the root note of a major and do this 3-note per string pattern, it's kind of an easy pattern to remember, just because from what we're looking at right here. So let's take this pattern now and go to say G, which is the 5 of C. In this case, we're going to go G, A, B, then take all this, then C, D, E, F, G, A. So notice when we start from the 5 of a major scale, we've got this pattern, this whole on 3 consecutive strings when we start from the low string. So it's a way to remember that one. And then, so once we're on F, then we've got our B, C, D. Here, notice we've got B, C, D, E, F, G, but we always must mind the ongoing B string rule in order to make sure we're playing the right notes. E, F, G, and then A, B, C. So, the second part of this scale is a little trickier, but the first part of it, the G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, or, in terms of scale degrees, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, when played on these 3 strings, or these 3 strings are always going to be in this order. So that's kind of a way to remember them. Okay, so let's continue on. Let's say we're going to build this from the 6th, which is A, B, C. Over here, we've got our A, B, C, so then D, E, F is going to be right next to it. And then our from here, we're basically going to have this whole thing right here, except because of the B string, these will all get moved down. F, G, A, B, C, D. So this is what it would look like on off of the A. So as you can see, if you've done your scales and you just stick to the position, these are almost the same exact thing, except that in certain instances where we might ordinarily shift to get a certain note, or not shift to get a certain note, here we are strictly 3 notes per string, no matter what, in every circumstance. And additionally, there ends up being 7 unique patterns for this 3-note per string method, because we are starting off on each note of the major scale for each one. So here we've started on the root note C, the 5th G, the 6th A, And in this situation, we will have three more, obviously, of the D, the E, the F, and the B. But this is a method for doing it, sticking to 3 notes per string. There's a lot of parallels in there and like landmarks that you can remember to remembering these patterns. Try them out for yourself, print some blank sheets and write them out as well as play them on your guitar, and you will have them memorized in no time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good night.